Thank you. There was a time in my life when I felt uncertain, when safety, stability, even hope seemed out of reach. I'm a domestic violence survivor, and like many people in that situation, I had to make one of the hardest decisions of my life, to leave. In doing so, I gained full custody of three of my six children at just 2, 3, and 5 years old. But that decision, as right as it was, came with a cost. We became homeless. We found ourselves living in a shelter, trying to rebuild from the ground up. And if you've never been there, it's hard to fully understand how that feels. It's not just about not having a home. It's about questioning your future, your worth, and wondering how you're going to provide for the people who depend on you the most. But here's what I've learned. Sometimes your lowest point becomes the foundation for your greatest rebuild. While I was in that shelter, I began connecting with resources, government assistance, programs, and people who genuinely cared. One of those people was a social worker who introduced me to an opportunity that would change my life, Jewish Family Service. Through them, I enrolled in the AutoCAD program. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't walk in feeling confident. I walked in hopeful, but unsure. But then I met my instructor, Omar, and sometimes all it takes is one person to believe in you when you're still learning to believe in yourself. That experience gave me more than a certification. It gave me clarity. It gave me a skill I could build on. And soon after, I landed my first job in the AutoCAD field. That moment changed everything because for the first time, I wasn't just surviving, I was creating. That job became more than a paycheck. It became a spark. It opened my eyes to what was possible. It showed me that I wasn't limited to where I started. I could build something of my own. So I did. I began laying the foundation for my own business, step by step, project by project. I started turning skill into vision and vision into something tangible. Today, I'm not just working in the AutoCAD field. I'm actively building, rebuilding, and pursuing something greater. And what excites me most is I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. I'm still open to what's next. Because when you've had to rebuild your life from nothing, you learn how to recognize value, not just in opportunities, but in people, in collaboration, and in shared vision. My journey took me from a homeless shelter to my own apartment, from uncertainty to a career, from needing assistance to no longer qualifying for it. And now, from stability to creation. But beyond my own journey, I found purpose in something bigger. I've become an advocate for single fathers, especially those who are navigating challenges that often go unseen or unspoken. There's a narrative out there that doesn't always recognize the struggles or the strength of fathers raising children on their own. I know that reality firsthand. And because of that, I make it a point to speak, to encourage, and to stand as an example that it is possible to rise, even when you feel the odds are stacked against you. I'm always open to sharing my story with other fathers who may be going through similar situations, because sometimes hearing from someone who's lived it, not just studied it, can be the difference between giving up and pushing forward. None of this happened overnight. It took resilience. It took discipline. It took showing up on days when it would have been easier not to. But I didn't do it alone. Organizations like Jewish Family Service create pathways. They don't just offer help, they offer possibility. And when that determination meets that kind of opportunity, transformation happens. So today, I stand here, not just as someone who made it through, but as someone who's building forward. My story isn't finished. In many ways, it's just getting started. And if there's one thing I want to leave you with is this. When someone's given the right tools, the right support, and the chance to rise, they don't just change their own life. They create something that can grow far beyond it. Thank you.